So, Satyanarayana Hegde has given this, has written a book chapter and or a paper, which you can find on academia, or you can look it up on the Google Books. So it is titled something like let me just confirm: the semiotics of Nayaka Beda in Ghalib Urdu Diwan 39.1. So 39.1 is the following couplet: शब की वो मजलिस फरोज ए कलवत नामूस था, रिश्ता ए हर शम्मा खारे किस्वत फनूस था. तो शब की वो मजलिस फरोज ए कलवत नामूस था, रिश्ता ए हर शम्मा खारे किस्वत फनूस था. So, what does it mean? It means that at night, the one who was the radiance of the assembly was secluded and protecting her honor, his honor. But it would be, I think in this context, it would be her honor. And at the time, the relationship of every candle, every lantern was like to have a thorn in your robe, and to be, if you have a thorn in your foot, you'll be jumping around, and if you have a thorn in your shirt, you'll be, so this is the meaning. Now, as a matter of fact, there's a very good scholar by the name of Rajiv Kinra, who wrote a book called Writing Self, Writing Empire, which I think came out in 2017. And he, if you look at this Majlis Feroz, this collocation, so he gives an example from Abu Talib, who was a very great court poet of the 17th century. And he has a line which is Majlis Feroz e Gabro Musalman yak atish ast, dar sang e der o Kaaba ba yuz yak sharad nisht, which basically means that the radiant one of the congregation, whether it's of the Muslims or of the Zoroastrians or the Hindus or whatever, the radiant one of the congregation is the same. They are univocal. The same spark is in the Kaaba as in the idol of stone, of Somnath or whatever. And so this is the, Majlis Feroz, this is where that word comes from. Now, Kalvat, as you may know, as some people may know, that there is a Kalvati Sufi order, but it's not that much in India. But, it's there was from Azerbaijan, a great Pir who, started that up many years ago, many centuries ago. So what does Kalwa mean? Kalwa denotes either the 40-day Sufi, spiritual retreat. But during that retreat, the person is living in their kanka, in their cell. But they come into the majlis of the Pir and they report, the dreams they had or the ideation that they had. So that type of kilvat, it's not the full kilvat, or it's not complete seclusion, and it's for the 40 days, which has a very very specific meaning in Islam, because it's tied up with barzakh, and in fact you find it also. Barzakh means limbo, and if you look at the Tibetan Bardo Todal of Tibetan Buddhism, there again you see the same number, 40 days and nights. That is the period of limbo. It is also the period of one of the pre-Islamic, pre-Muhammadan prophets, Arab prophet, who for 40 days it's associated with his battle against the fire. Anyway, so this is all these things. You see, when the moment we read this couplet, especially if we are Indian, because we come from a very, very pious UCBR type community, and especially because all the people who sing these type of Ghalib or whatever it may be, they are not cheap people. They are the top ustads. They are very good people. So we know this is not something cheap and erotic at all. So, bearing that in mind, and I want to emphasize that Satyanarayana Hegde is a person of highest character, absolutely pure. You can look him up. You can look at his picture because of the thanks to internet. You can see the picture of anybody, and you can see from his face that he is very, very spiritually pure person. But unfortunately, he has made a very bad mistake, which is that his love of Sanskrit, which does have erotic element, and in particular this, it's like a job for the pimp. The pimp, the dalal. He will say to you, "Oh, do you want this girl from this area? She has this body, and the one from." But I also, you say, "No, no, thank you, God forbid." No, but I have one from that area, and they are different. They are, So this Nayaka Veda, it is not something good, and it is not approved. And Ghalib never had anything to do with any such horrible things, because you see that genre, it flourished at a time when there was female slavery and male slavery, when there was slavery. So the court poet, or if you write something which flatters the king, he'll say, "Oh, give him one killat, give him a robe." Okay, fine, robe is good. And give him one Georgian, one blonde slave girl, one African slave girl, one this slave girl, like that. Oh, come on, for God's sake. It's disgusting. And Ghalib was not that man. He was not that sort at all. Anyway, let's see what does Satyanarayana Hegde, how does he explain this verse. He says, "At night, when the beloved was resplendent in privacy seclusion, every candle's wick was a thorn in the lantern's robe." But you see, this sounds reasonable until you remember that where is Majlis? Where is the Majlis for Rose? He has completely forgotten to mention that the beloved was Majlis for Rose, it was the light of the assembly. See, if somebody is the light of the assembly and then they withdraw into seclusion, then it's possible that the people, each man goes home, but he can't get to sleep, so he lights the candle, and the candle jumps and flickers as he feels his heart is jumping and flickering. So this is a bad translation. But let me pause here, because so as to be able to send this to YouTube, to keep it within the length, and I will return to this.